Good afternoon, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Kevin here, feeling much better again. The last video I did to it's just Kevin feeling better. I got 2 thumbs down. So somebody's like, I don't want him to be better. I was like, you sorry individuals. Well, guess what? It's okay. You know, one thing I've been learning since I've been here is there are a lot of sorry people around. But for all the other people who give me some thumbs up and positive comments, thank you so much. Blessings to you. So what have I been doing today? Well, this morning I had to go over to the, I don't want to say the mayor's office, it was like an administrative office. It's like, I think it's like, there's many mayors around here, and they all have like small little areas, and then they all answer to like this bigger office. So in the big office there's like road planning, drains, water, all that sort of stuff. And then the next office is just like maintenance. There's like administration, looks after everything. And I asked them to show me the map of the actual area that they take care of, and it's like really big area. So to get to that office from here, it's like a 15-20 minutes drive. Say 15 minutes drive through a little, they have to go off through into a little village. But well, you know, the office thing was okay, just had to drop some paperwork off. But in the village there was a little archway of flowers. I wanted to show you this. This is in the village going to the mayor's office, which is quite a ways from my house. Pretty, huh? So they made an archway all out of bamboo for the flim-flam. Look at this archway, it's pretty. You sit underneath there in the shade. I went by and I thought, wow, that is really nice. That's the part of it's the driveway going into their property, and they've just made it out of bamboo. They got bamboo and cut it up into like little slats and made an archway, and then let the flim-flam grow in it. I've got one by the front door, and it's growing really nice. Have a look. So you can see I got it trained a little bit, and there's a purple flower and all kinds of flowers all sort of blended into each other on top of the trellis where you walk in off the street. But I come over to the waterfall and did a little, I was going to do some cementing, but by the time I got everything done and had lunch, it was too hot. So I think tomorrow I'm going to, if I can get to bed on time and have a good night's sleep, I might come out here in the early morning and put some cement on. I'll show you what I've been doing. So I'm on the right side here, sorting out the trough at the bottom. So I couldn't really put cement on yet because I had all this reinforcing to do to make it stable. It looked okay, but when you actually thought about it, you know, the more experience I get, the more I realize it wasn't that okay. So anyway, it's I put some metal on it, made it a little bit stronger. I'm happy with it now, a lot better than it was. And put some metal across here too to give it some more strength. So I think what I'm going to do is on the right side, bring it up higher and taper it down to this corner, and then taper that up that pole, so the water will actually come out here. You know, it's still January. We've hardly even had a winter this year. I think we've had about 3 weeks of cool weather at the beginning of January, December, January, and it's already way up in the 30s already. So some insects are coming. A lot of new leaves are coming on the trees already in January. So spring, right, in January. But I'm still going to keep working. I just have to come out early. The day before yesterday, it was 19 centigrade in the early morning, so that would have been a really good time to come out. But I went out that day. So anyway, tomorrow I hope to get some cement on this side here and up the back. So, you know, big jumps when you start getting the cement on. So I'm pleased with that. But I got a little funny story to tell you. You know, there's a big worry. Thailand has some of that coronavirus, right? But you know, some of the young people are, I heard this story, that they're taking it very serious, but at the same time they're laughing and joking. A couple people had a cold, so they put the mask on, right? So they don't breathe on somebody else. And then, so one of them says, don't come, one of them didn't have a cold at all, but still wore a mask to help stop catching anything. So the one that had the cold, her friend, come close to her and said, get away from me. You have a carbonara virus. Right, carbonara. And another one said, no, I have the bologna virus. And somebody, so they all have different names for the virus, the cold they've got, but they're definitely aware to be safe and stay away from each other, but they're laughing and joking about it at the same time. So funny. So one thing I've definitely noticed is now that that cold's gone, I started feeling better, and I was like, hey, my chest is better now than it's been in months. What's happened? Well, I was taking what is it called? I don't know what it was, antihistamine, or it's for allergies, right? And while I was taking that thing, it's a tiny little like birth control tablet, pink, for allergies. And while I was taking that, my chest was clear. It's good sleep, everything. This morning I went out, I didn't take it, right? But this morning I went out and everything was fine. It was, I went into the administrative office, as I said, no problem. I drove through the village, I stopped a couple times, got out the car, got out my truck, videoing this, looking at this, and everything was going well. I drove back to my area where I can get something to eat for lunch, and you could stand inside the shop and look outside and see all the dust floating around as the vehicles went by. So I come out, I went in, I was okay, come out, and then I started coughing. I got home, I had my lunch, and cough, and got all this, like, it's like a clear phlegm come out of my throat. I was like, and then I realized it's the air quality that's really upsetting me. So I might be thinking of going on a little holiday somewhere, go back to England and have a nose around and let my body cool down, breathe some clean air, eat some fish and chips and things like that. You know, there's a place in near where my mother lives. It's called the High Bridge. I think the building's like, I don't know how old it is, 400 or 500 years old or more. And but it's the stairway is super narrow. It's made for obviously people back in that era, not for me. I can get up there, but and the floor's all rickety and not level. And you can sit down up there and have a cup of tea and a scone. I'm thinking, I'm looking forward to that. And not sweating. No AC and not sweating. So, might be thinking of going on a little holiday. You want to come and visit England with me? Okay guys, that's my update. So hopefully in the morning I'll get some cement on and you'll see a vast difference on the next one. So look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings. Rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. And I hope you're all doing extremely well. Look after yourselves. Good night.